gas up the Jeep, it's good to be free. Load up the pans and fishing poles. The highway is long, the wheels turning round. Pack up the cook stove and the bowls. Arlo and I, we hit the open road. Arlo and I are on the road.
Hey everybody, I am out and about again today after the rain, and there's lots of mushrooms popping up, and the weather is really nice. It's probably in the 60s right now, and you know it's actually surprising how many mushrooms are out here, and we're in the middle of October, but I'm finding lots of interesting mushrooms. Not a lot of really great edible mushrooms yet, but I know there's going to be some out here. All right, now this mushroom here, this is a fun mushroom with a fun name. This is called witch's butter, and this is really kind of gelatinous kind of a mushroom. It is edible. It doesn't have a lot of a flavor, but it's beautiful to look at, beautiful color, and it's kind of interesting, kind of gelatinous texture. So I think I'm going to collect a bunch of this, and it doesn't surprise me that this is out here with all this moisture, because this likes really moist, dead hardwoods. This happens to be, looks like some ponderosa pine, but typically it likes to grow on dead hardwood trees, especially, and it does dry out, and then when it gets rainy and moist, it kind of swells back up and it becomes this beautiful bright yellow color. Like I said, I have eaten some of this before, and it doesn't really taste like a whole lot, but it does have a kind of a fun, interesting kind of gelatinous texture. So I think I'm going to collect as much of this as I can find, and maybe we can take it home and make kind of a fun recipe, maybe something we haven't thought of before. So I'm not quite sure yet what that's going to be, but I'm going to collect some of this. Let's see. Like I said, it is very strange, but it does really have a beautiful color to it. And what a fun name, witch's butter. How could you not like that? Get some of this wood out of here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Witch's butter. Another thing I just noticed here when I was sitting on the ground is this is something that I've noticed out here in the woods a lot, especially this time of year, is that I find mushrooms up in the trees. Look at this mushroom here up in the tree. I think it's the squirrels that put them up there, and I tend to find a lot of I'm not sure what kind of mushroom that is, but I tend to find a lot of yellow colored, like Russula type mushrooms, and they're on all the branches and stuff, and sometimes I just see them like all over the place, which is really interesting. I said I believe it's the squirrels maybe putting them up in the trees. Looks like there might be one up there too. I don't know if you can see that. Way up there in that tree. There's one up there. If I see any more today, I'll point them out, but it's kind of really interesting that they do that. out of breath here for a second. I'm actually out here mushroom hunting with my daughter, and she was over across the way over there, and all of a sudden she was screaming, "Bear, bear!" I guess she was over there, and there were two bears that came really close to her. So she headed back into the car, but she was calling, "Bear, bear!" So I ran over there to see what was going on. But they took off into the woods. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get a video of them. That would have been cool. But I guess it was a mama and a younger bear. So she did the right thing. She let me know, and she got in the truck. So anyway, I'm back over here where I was a couple of minutes ago, and I found some more of this witch's butter. It's all over the place here. See here, and then even on this log here underneath, you can see lots of this. Yeah. Look at this, there's some on the base of this tree down here. Look at that. It's a nice big piece. This one over here. Look at that. I'm putting these in a plastic bag. Normally I don't put mushrooms in plastic bags unless that's all I have. But this is like not gonna hurt this at all. This type of mushroom, it's already wet. Here we are up here. My daughter Keely found a bunch of witch's butter up here. She's grabbing some right now, but maybe she'll tell us a story about the bear. There she is. See, look at that log that she found. It's just covered in witch's butter. Look at that. So anyway, you had a bear encounter.
They were running, and then the truck of hunters went by, so I think they were probably hunting the bears.
Oh, maybe that's what they were shooting at over there. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's why they're running.
But
So anyway, it probably there were some hunters back that way when we first came into this area. And they were in a truck, and Keely said that they were driving by, so they were probably chasing them, and that's why they were running this way, probably. Yeah, cool. I mean, it's always cool. A little bit unnerving sometimes when they're close, but it's always cool to see bears out here.
Yeah. I didn't start calling for you until I got like all the way to the truck, so they probably ran right by you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything or see anything. So I see some witch's butter up there on that log right there. See it?
Yeah, I think that was what I was going for.
Oh, jeez.
I was like over here, and I looked at that, and I was like, oh, look, there's some, and I stood up here, and I heard like some sticks cracking.
Oh, wow.
And they were running right there.
That's crazy. Well, that makes for an exciting day.
Yeah. I should have taken a video, but I forgot my phone in the car.
We have a bear and a bag o' butter. You get a bag. You get a bag of butter too.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. So, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna make with that, but maybe something funny or fun. I don't know. Let's go up to this log up here and see if we can find some more. I see some up there. See, just all over there. There must be a lot of witches around here making butter.
I'll look over here and see if there were any footprints.
Actually, a lot of this is past its prime down below here, but this piece up here is nice. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Those are some oyster mushrooms on here. Those are a nice edible mushroom. Alright, we're heading down there. See these over here. Yeah, those are some, those are definitely past their prime. Now this mushroom, I believe, is called a type of foliota. I think this is a golden foliota. Here, it's growing on a fir tree. I do believe some people do eat this mushroom. These are definitely way past their prime. They're slimy and kind of dripping off of this tree. But I know that some people do eat this mushroom. I've never tried it. I'm not going to be trying these, that's for sure. But just goes to show you there's mushrooms everywhere, all over the place right now, which is really cool, being that we had such a late monsoon season, and now it's like raining every day. We're in the middle of October, and we're still having mushrooms pop up, which is unusual. We do have some, of course, throughout the fall, but to have this explosion of mushrooms that's going on right now is not common. But due to all this rain. So we decided to stop by. I was out in this area not that long ago, last week actually, but I wanted to stop by and show Keely these beautiful fall colors, and so pretty. Look at that. Look at those colors up there. The whole hill is just red with maple. And look at these. I like this. I love this little stash of maple leaves in here. So it's been an overcast day, so kind of the colors in here are kind of muted, but now the sun is starting to peek through and you can start to see really starting to glow. Look at that. Right, look at that. A nice big piece of witch's butter. Wish I had some. Now that I'm in these fall leaves, I wish I had some pumpkin bread to spread that on. Nice little stop to see the fall colors while we're out hunting mushrooms. What a perfect day. All these beautiful fall colors. We found some fun mushrooms. Found a bunch of witch's butter, which I'm going to take home and make something fun with that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But Keely had got to see a couple of bear. which is exciting and scary at the same time. Although I don't think the bear actually saw her. As she said, they ran right past her, so I think they were being pursued by those hunters that we saw a little bit before that. But anyway, we are enjoying a little bit of time out here in the fall colors, and then we're going to get back on the road and see if we can find some more mushrooms. But just enjoy this really beautiful October day. Of course, you may have noticed that Arlo is at home. He's not in the video today. He's back home, and Keely and I decided we would go out and have some adventures out in the woods, see if we can find some mushrooms. But he will be back very soon. I'm really looking forward to trying to figure out what I'm going to do with those witch's butters. Kind of a fall kind of a recipe would go with it. You know, I could go with a butter theme kind of a thing, and just kind of do that. Like I said, put on some pumpkin bread or something. That might be interesting, but it's not really spreadable. It's kind of like gelatinous or like little gummy bears. So I have like all kinds of ideas in my head. I'm thinking, you know, maybe is it some sort of a salad? Do I pickle them? Maybe just put them in some vinegar and pickle them lightly. Put them in a salad. Put them with some vegetables, or maybe put them maybe with some berries. That might be interesting. Nice flavors. Anyway, my brain is kind of going all over the place right now, trying to think about what I'm going to do with those. Might even be good with apples. An apple and witch's butter kind of salad where I dice up the apples and put like a sweet vinegary sauce on there. That would be really good too. Anyway, Keely and I are going to head back up to the truck, and we're going to cruise on up down the road, see what else we can find.